Strong nations attempt to create empires by dominating weaker nations is called this. A. Nationalism. B. Imperialism. C. Culturalism. Select all of the reasons that the U.S. wanted to expand. A. Expand markets and natural resources. B. Belief that the U.S. is culturally superior to other nations. C. Create a stronger navy. In 1867, the U.S. purchased this from Alaska. A. Midway Islands. B. Hawaii. C. Alaska. Fill in the blank with the correct word from the word boxes below. Americans became interested in blank due to sugar plantations and the capacity for navy bases. Alaska, China, Hawaii, Bermuda. Which country was the open door policy trying to increase trade with? A. Hawaii. B. China. C. Japan. Which of the following was not a cause of the Spanish-American War? A. Use of yellow journalism. B. Brutal treatment of the Cubans by the Spanish. C. Spain offering U.S. territory to Mexico. D. The sinking of the USS Maine. Which future leader fought in the Spanish-American War, leading the American charge up San Juan Hill? A. Theodore Teddy Roosevelt. B. William Taft. C. Woodrow Wilson. What do Guam, the Philippines, and Puerto Rico all have in common? A. They were all territories lost by the U.S. following the Spanish-American War. B. They were granted independence by the U.S. after the Spanish-American War. C. They were all territories gained by the U.S. following the Spanish-American War. Why did the U.S. want to build a canal through Panama? A. To improve relations with the people of Central America. B. To provide a quicker route to countries across the Pacific. C. To collect fees from foreign ships for using the canal. Match the presidents with their correct approaches to diplomacy. A. Theodore Teddy Roosevelt. William Taft. Woodrow Wilson. Dollar diplomacy, moral diplomacy, big stick diplomacy. This time period focused on social and political reforms in the United States in the early 1900s. A. Civil War. B. Progressive era. C. Reconstruction era. What does the power of referendum give voters the right to do? A. Select the candidate to run the general election. B. Remove elected officials from public office. C. To approve or reject a law. Fill in the blank with the correct word from the word boxes below. Blank were journalists who wrote books and articles that exposed corruption in business and government. Progressives, investigative reporters, sensationalists, muckrakers. What was Jacob Riis revealing to the Republic through his book How the Other Half Lives? A. Living conditions of the tenement buildings in New York. B. Working conditions of a textile mill. C. Medical care of soldiers in World War I. How did the Meat Inspection Act and the Pure Food and Drug Act impact the U.S.? A. Provided safe food and medicine for Americans. B. Helped African Americans gain an education. C. Limited immigration from radical countries in Europe. People who were trying to get the 19th Amendment passed were supporting what? A. Right to vote for African Americans. B. Right to vote for women. C. Right to vote for those in prison. Fill in the blank with the correct word from the word boxes below. Conservation was created during the Progressive era to protect blank. Women's rights, African Americans, education, the environment. True or false? Many different minority groups, including African Americans and those who were Jewish, were treated better during the Progressive era than ever before. True, false. How did the 17th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution give more political power to the individual voter? A. It established the direct election of U.S. senators by popular vote. B. It freed citizens to vote without paying a poll tax or passing a literacy test. C. It allowed for the number of senators per state to be determined by population. The Federal Reserve Act of 1913 created a central banking system in the United States with the responsibility of A. Collecting federal income taxes. B. Enforcing of the Sherman antitrust legislation. C. Setting the supply of interest rates and money around the country. Select all the causes for World War I. A. Militarism. B. Alliances. C. Imperialism. D. Nationalism. What event sparked World War I? A. Assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife Sophie. B. The Zimmermann Telegram. C. Germany invaded Belgium. What type of fighting was used in World War I? A. Trench warfare. B. Submarine warfare. C. Guerrilla warfare. What ship was sank by the Germans in 1915 that included the killing of innocent Americans? A. The Sussex. B. The Titanic. C. The Lusitania. True or false? The final event that led to the U.S. joining World War I was the Zimmermann Telegram. True, false. Movement of African Americans from the South to northern cities in search of jobs. A. White flight. B. The Great Migration. C. Jim Crow. Law passed to ban anti-war activities in the U.S. used to silence critics of the war. A. The Alien Act. B. The Sedition Act. C. The Red Scare. Fill in the blank with the correct word from the word boxes below. Americans helped support the war effort by growing their own fruits and vegetables through blank. Power plants, war bonds, conservation crops, victory gardens. President Wilson's plan for peace to end World War I and prevent future wars. A. 14 points. B. The New Deal. C. The Sedition Act. How was Germany treated in the Treaty of Versailles? Choose all that are correct. A. Had to take full responsibility for World War I, the War Guilt Clause. B. Had to make payments for war damages, reparations. C. Could not have a large military, limited the amount of troops and ships and airplanes. International peacekeeping group the U.S. never joined. A. The League of Nations. B. The United Nations. C. The Central Intelligence Agency, or CIA. How did the United States become a world power? Choose one topic below to help you answer this. American imperialism, the progressive movement, World War I. Be sure to answer in a paragraph of 4 to 5 sentences. The United States became a world power because blank.